Let's talk about that with regards to now the playing personnel. So many questions were asked. And do you think now you've answered, now you've said something to the naysayers about this Kaizer Chiefs team going forward?
It's a young team. We're still going to beef it up. Obviously, we're going to Africa now. But what's important is the journey that we've traveled, the type of injuries we've had, and the pressure these boys have been under. I think they deserve the trophy. They deserve the smile. They deserve the happiness.
Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Now, as you can hear for yourselves, Bafetu, that is Bobby Mutawong speaking in terms of, beefing up the team. By the way, before we talk everything in terms of that, Bafetu, please do make sure that you like the video. If you subscribe to the channel, if ever this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP, don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you get notified. And also, you can kindly share this video with those good news to some of your friends and families out there who definitely go to the Kaizer Chiefs supporters, because come on guys, what are you doing if you're not sharing? That's the right thing to do. And then moving on with it too, like I've said, you can clearly hear the words from Opobe Mtawong. So this is Kaizer Chiefs management giving us hope, and this is not the first or last time that we hear someone from management saying, no, we're going to beef up. Because looking at today's video, Manje Exeni, where we saw Jessica Mtawong and also Ukaizer Mtawong Jr. speaking in terms of everything when it comes to beefing up the squad. Unfortunately, I did not hear anything about, the rumors Uti, Coach Nazrin Nabi and his technical team are going to be let go, but we did hear, the most important part, because we understood, Kaizer Chiefs management took their time to make sure that they sign Coach Nazrin Nabi, and they make sure he is the coach that they want, and this is the kind of football that they want. Nakona, if you look at how we performed so far, it's been looking good. Unfortunately, it's those chances that we could not create. So for me, I believe this is good news. But Fetu, hearing what Kaizer Chiefs management is definitely going to beef up for in the season in Landelayo, because Kombole, CAF Confederation, we're going to need a lot and a lot of players, even though Coach Nazrin Nabi is a coach who prefers to play with, a smaller squad. But unfortunately, I think he might have to adjust in terms of that, because definitely he's going to need each and every player available, because you can see the likes of players who were French players, they got back, they got a chance, and they gave us something that we needed, we hoped for. At least that is something that we needed. And then also in terms of creating chances in this Fananalezo, we need to sign players. And for us to get there, I'm hoping that Kaizer Chiefs management goes out all the way and they sign the players that are needed by Coach Nazrin Nabi, not just for the fact to we need to sign so that we can be able to play CAF. Yes, CAF Confederations, it's a different tournament. We will need at least a good squad, because even now we do not have the services of Abosam Yuluzwane, Aiden McCarthy. We've just promoted Naliti Hlongwane. I know they announced, but I'm sure they will announce soon or whatever they feel like announcing it. And then also they spoken about those three players that we've spoken about. I kind of forgot some of the name, but Taganan Mazamba will be joining his just senior team for the preseason. And then also we have those other two players, which you guys said in my comments, the players are great. I think there would be something to add to the squad. So, but that is something. But let's just quickly look at, what Kaizer Mtawong said this morning, and then we'll take it from there.
Success that's detracting from solidifying you right there on top. You've got the most trophies.
Yeah.
When it comes to league wins, you are right there. And that's the only thing that perhaps is detracting from that. Was that the goal in appointing Nabi, just from a technical perspective? And how does this now affect the vision that you want to make sure gets imbued into the club?
Well, obviously, I know when we took this direction, the main goal was definitely to be able to get back to continental football.
Yeah.
That was a major focus at our strat session. We sat down, said, what do we want to achieve in the next 5 years, and where we want to go, what kind of squad we'd need, what kind of personnel, and just put down the requirements that we need. I mean, if we think of the Nedbank Cup itself, it's not a small feat, because I think 1998, 97 was maybe the time where we scored about in the same kind of competition, 12 goals. The guy has now scored 14 goals to lift this 14th title. So it's record breaking, only conceding 4 goals. It's not a small achievement. I think that brings us now into CAF, Confederations football, definitely aligned with what we want to do. I mean, we've done everything domestically. You know, everyone realizes continental champions. I think the chairman and forefathers and every single person who's played for this team before domestically have taken this team to great heights. And I think the next challenge is continental football, and of course that World Club Championships. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, well, unofficially, you've proved that in your run-up to this final and winning it, beating Sundowns, beating Stellenbosch and Orlando Pirates. So it's just a case of you formalizing it.
Exactly.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I think even the chant of Nyambosi, the way it ended, it just put such a beautiful cherry on the cake, because we anticipated something and then we got something else completely. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And for sharing in your glory with us as well. We have been chatting to Kaizer Chiefs Sporting Director Kaizer Motong Jr., as well as Kaizer Chiefs Commercial and Marketing Executive Jessica Motong. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next hour for more sporting news.
So, as you can hear, Mokusamahle, this was blend, Buffett. This was blend. It's not something that will be taken out and because it's been years in the process, in the blending, which this is the direction that we need to do. This is what we need to do. So now I feel like probably Kaizer just is going to surprise us this coming transfer window of A2. Remember, I told you guys who to Kaizer management I have started making inquiries about the signings earlier, not the way they start to make inquiries massive figure transfer window, which is something that is a bonus. I feel like that is going to change a lot when it comes to signing of new players, because already we will know early we wanted this player, but as we did things the right way. We started early, not to Kaizer management. They start to look for players massive transfer window, which clearly it's not right, to be honest, because you can't be looking for players at a later stage. Was to Manji's transfer window, and what happens if you are looking for that player? You think, I'm going to get this player, and that player maybe turns you down, or something happens. You understand? So definitely that is something that has been pushing us to signing a second best, second what when it comes to players. Not to what I'm talking bad about the players that we currently have, but let's be honest, we do need to add some bit of a competition in terms of the squad. Some of the players, if the coach feels like, no, we need to let them go, I don't think it's a problem. We are building. We are in the building phase. Obviously, it's not going to be built in one season, not even two probably, because I feel like maybe next season, that's where we're going to start to find ourselves when it comes to scoring goals and this final analyzer. But it all comes down to the plan. If we have a good plan, we execute it, then everything will be fine. But in terms of the signings, Bafethu, I'm happy to hear from the horse's mouth saying, yes, Naranjani, we are going to beef up for the next season. And also, Kaizer Mtaung, not Izolo, not the day before yesterday, today, in the morning, the early hours of 7 p.m., Kaizer Mtaung Jr. said it to know this is the direction that we've taken, and this is what we need. So I'm happy to hear those good news. But it looks like everything is aligning and going very well and smoothly for us, Kaizer supporters. Now, who would you like to see Kaizer just bring into the squad, just to beef up the squad before Sizodlala ICAF Buffet? Because continental football is kind of difficult, but depending on how you approach it, we have the coach is experienced when it comes to continental football, and some of our players now, they've been to continental football, they've played continental football. The likes of Abuzita Kwinika, I even remember I think he played there. Maybe Shabalala, I'm not too sure, but some of the players that we currently have, they have played, continental football. Even Bruce Vuma, despite what happened. But anyways, Bafetu, please let me know, who do you think Kaizer should go up for? Do you think we need a new goalkeeper, or do you think we need a new right back, left back? We need a new, maybe let's jump to attacking midfield, central midfield, maybe a new center forward, because so far with Teshuk Morris, I think he scored about 3 goals, if I'm not mistaken, this season. And then we have Ulilepo, who scored about 4 or 5 goals in just this season. So that is kind of looking good, to be honest, rather than having players who do not score at all. So it's better. It's better with it than nothing. But who do you think Kaizer should make sure that those players or those positions are the top priority so that we have enough squad depth when we go to continental football? But for you, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. And as if you don't feel like it's good news, OTK's just management have promised us new signings. I do not know what else do you want, but so far they just lifted us a trophy and the 10-year drought, and now we've extended our our lead when it comes to the Nedbank Cup trophies. And yeah, guys, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you with something new. Just don't forget to like, subscribe. Later on, I think it's on Bonava too. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Unfortunately, I can't talk about everything in one video. We're just going to keep on talking and talking and talking and talking. And then, yeah, this week, guys, you will have content for days. So I will make sure I give you updates, and later on. But for now, I believe this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure on the next one. Peace.